Oh boy. How's your PvP?
Oh, it's great. I know cannon rushes. I know proxies. And that's all we're gonna get.
Of course, there must be Stargate versus Robo because it can't be the same thing.
That was the thing last year. We have Yaku and I. We're sad. Like that hasn't been happening anywhere near as much this year.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get it. As we are going to be getting into game one, do we want to like throw out predictions? Do we want?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know about predictions because some people may know the results.
True.
Those are replays.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But for people who don't know what happened, what the results are, you can like bet without points. Is there gonna be a Cannon Rush this series? Because I have actually no idea about the playstyles of these players, so maybe there won't be any.
It's possible. It's possible.
But in the meantime, on the map, this is the map, Jagannatha, LE. We have the purple Protoss player. For some reason, Protoss players like purple. Does he have a team?
Nope.
Oh, so he's just representing himself. It is Rhizer.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the American Protoss player representing his new team Genesis Gaming. It is Galaxy.
So do you think he's named Galaxy because of Galaxy Brain?
Maybe.
Or just because Galaxy?
I
guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. Huh. Okay, so I was just trying to figure out who Galaxy was, and on Wikipedia it links to a Korean player called Galaxy, and I was like, what?
Nice.
I don't think that's accurate. But
that makes sense, but it's not.
But I'm honestly not 100% sure. Because it says that like he was playing on Team VK and stuff like that, and maybe he's like a Korean American.
Yeah, or maybe he moved there. Like, who knows?
It's possible. We need Sugar to answer these questions.
Yes.
But I'm already disappointed because we have some pretty standard openings from both these players.
I'm telling you, like there will be not a single Cannon Rush. I'm calling it now. I don't know why, but I have a feeling there won't be any Cannon Rushes.
Oh God, Galaxy, don't disappoint me. Like the thing is that Rhizer, I'm kind of familiar with Rhizer. We have casted him a couple of times. He does feel like a more standard player to me anyway. Again, like Galaxy feels like a bit more of a question mark. You know, what is he going to really bring to the table? I will say, I recently heard of the name Rhizer in the context of the pizza pie because apparently he's the rival of Starkiller there. Oh.
Or he was, before it became more popular.
Okay. Interesting. And we do already see that Rhizer is opting to be the more aggressive player here, opening up with 2 Adepts, immediately going across the map with them. Meanwhile, Galaxy opening up a lot safer, a lot more defensive with his 2 Stalkers straight into 2 Sentries.
Is it typical to get 2 Sentries? I often see 1, but 2.
Yeah, it's just being overly safe, right? Like 1 Sentry is typically good, like to Haluk Scout, basically. But like getting 2 means that you can also use the force field as well, just in case, like, you know, your opponent's being.
is also getting 2, so I guess it's pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the Adepts are coming in. Okay, good. Thumbs up.
Mate, Galaxy topped his group in Code A, right? Like he knows how to block some shades. I don't know if he topped his group.
Didn't know that.
I don't know if he. Look, he made it out of his group, okay?
Huh?
Oh God. All right, so Rhizer, he's just testing the waters. You know, he confirms the natural timing, like. And yeah, he's able to see what Galaxy's composition and what he's going for at the moment. And yeah, both players are just kind of teching up. We do see Rhizer already throwing down his Twilight Council, working towards Blink.
So Galaxy actually got there from code S. There you go.
There we go. That's why we haven't heard of him, because unfortunately Melty and I were unable to cast him. As we did cast all of NA Code A this season. Not so much Code S, and already the Stalkers are able to pick off one of the Adepts. A bit unfortunate there by Rhizer.
Oh yeah, just ran into the Stalkers, unfortunately. But he does get a scout, I guess. But he had a Phoenixer anyway, so questionable.
Yeah, he does get in, he does confirm the Twilight Council. He did see that it was just finishing up as well, so Rhizer is aware that he has the much faster blink on the way, so he knows that he has maybe an opportunity to use that to his advantage. And he will also get a much faster +1, or he should also get a much faster +1.
I mean, yeah, it's already starting while Galaxy's Forge is still being made. Rhizer is being very diligent with the Phoenix scouting. He needs to make sure what's going on here.
Yeah. So right now, like, things are looking pretty good for Rhizer, especially because Galaxy, he was playing this, it feels like he was playing this out a little bit more scared, and he invested a lot more resources into Stalkers early on. And as a result, like, the rest of his tech is late. And he's not really using these Stalkers for anything at the moment. So yeah, Rhizer with a bit of a small lead, but does it matter that much? We'll see. We'll see if he even uses some kind of timing with these upgrades, or if he just kind of chills and like macros up.
Yeah. Is it actually going for charge as well? I mean, why not? And he doesn't have any zealots quite yet, but he's probably gonna warp them in.
Yeah. I mean,
we're just waiting what happens, because like both players are just building up, taking up. They're actually not building too much of an army. They're just focusing on macro.
Well, I mean, what's important is that they're both scouting each other consistently. They see that their armies are like defending at home, so there's never a reason to warp in units. Like, there's no reason to warp in zealots even when charge finishes, unless you're being aggressive with them. Again, like, they're just trying to be as efficient as possible and just, make probes, make expand, take bases, and slowly work on that higher tech. And it does feel like Rhizer is just slightly ahead in that respect. We do see he's already starting Immortal production. What's interesting is that Galaxy is skipping that like path entirely, and he's going straight into, it looks like he's going straight into Archons.
Yeah. I mean, he's still getting some Immortals, but he's taking slightly different path than Rhizer is. He's getting charged as well. There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both getting to the same point through different ways, really.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate because it does seem that they're both like preferred compositions are very similar to each other, which would kind of rounds out to be like Charge or Archon. No one is opting to go for Disruptors at the moment. I mean, it does take like...
It's truly sad.
It does take like some more micro as well to control that. No one is taking a risk and like going quickly into Sky Toss. Like, another option is to go into like Stargates initially, and then you go into Phoenixes, then you use your Phoenixes like CC, some Robo units and harass. Like, they're kind of playing this standard.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, that, I don't know why, but they're just something that tells me they're very standard players. They're just gonna play long macro games, and it's no rush 20, and then we see who's gonna be better.
Sure, I mean that's the case for now for game one, and it does feel like, it does feel like Rhizer, he's just feeling a little more confident. Galaxy seems to be one step behind. We'll see if Galaxy even decides to go for a fourth, or if he decides to go for a push out, because he did get that War Prism, and there we go, the army is moving out.
Yeah, he's just going in. I mean, he can still expand while he's attacking, which is usually the best way to do it, but... actually, Rhizer has quite formidable army.
So this is really scary, because Rhizer hasn't seen this. He's sending hallucinations out right now, but he's completely missing the army. The army is about to hit the 4th base, and Rhizer isn't ready, and Galaxy is soaring ahead in terms of supply.
Yeah, these Zealots are definitely helping, and he's setting up a flank as well.
Okay,
he's
now
just waiting for Rhizer to walk into the trap.
Yeah, Rhizer finally scouted, so now we just see he's trying to warp in as many zealots as he can.
Yeah, actually, he manages to to get all these zealots stuck on the pylons.
Oh god, and the zealots they killed the immortal as well. Like Rhizer, he has the war prism now, but it wasn't used to save them, and immediately the second immortal almost goes down.
Oh, the DTs are warped in on the back. They may help clean this army a bit, but this is still a lot of force.
Honestly, like, if there's no detection, then Rhizer, he holds with the DTs. Not just that, but Rhizer also sent the War Prism across the map, and DTs are being morphed into the main, and he forces a recall.
Oh yeah, there are no cannons, no anything. There's literally no detection. Oh, the War Priest does die, but...
And honestly, like, that was like, so Rhizer was basically dead. Like he was dying outside of his natural, but because of the DTs, because there was no detection, he was able to not just defend but also counterattack, force Galaxy home, and Galaxy didn't expand as he was attacking. Like, that was designed, his push was designed to kill his opponent. So as a result, like, Rhizer's in an okay position.
Yeah, he's preparing this sneak attack of Stalkers and DTs. And it may work, but Galaxy has quite a few units here. Oh, they're gonna miss each other.
Yeah, but he's right here, so he should just turn around and help deal with this. I'm a little bit concerned with how committed this attack is going to be, and oh god, he does try to escape, but he's gonna lose a lot of units here, and he's gonna be forced to recall.
Oh, the TTs are actually gonna stay.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were not...
Some of them.
Yeah, they were not in the recall, so a couple of units do get picked off. It's a bit of a shame because Rhizer, he was hoping to maybe get a kill in the Nexus, but he wasn't able to accomplish anything with that.
Yeah, I mean, he could have really known that the army only just moved out. Like, if you waited a few seconds longer, maybe he would have a better chance.
Maybe.
But here's another attack from Galaxy.
Yeah, exactly, and Galaxy still has the massive supply lead. There are also no shield batteries here at the 4th base, only cannons, so it's going to be even harder to defend. Rhizer is trying his best to make sure he doesn't get up the ramp, but he does.
Yeah, and these Zealots are just charging into the Stalkers. The Stalkers are actually getting stuck on their own SimCity, but still, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly, but he's kiting really well against those Zealots. He manages to kite back. Overcharge is being used, and the shield battery is not being focused down, so it's keeping the Stalkers alive.
All this warp is happening here.
Oh,
yeah, the
God.
Stalkers are slowly dying out, and there's still quite a few Archons at an Immortal.
Yeah, but it's not enough. Like the Blink Micro is good enough against the Zealots where he can trade efficiently, but more Zealots are being warped in. Galaxy is just not stopping with the reinforcements, and now it looks like he may have enough to overwhelm. The Zealots are getting on top of the Stalkers.
The Stalkers are slowly getting thinned out, and the Archons are still left untouched. So they're gonna be able to clean this army.
Yeah, exactly. And the unfortunate thing is basically Rhizer had pure Stalker. He didn't have a backbone to his army, and GG gets called.
Gee.
Galaxy takes game 1.
Yeah. Okay, so the question is, are all games gonna be macro, or is one of the players gonna break?
I imagine it's going to be pretty map dependent, depending on where they play out. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for Rhizer. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see too much of his tech path. Even though he did go for the Dark Shrine, I don't think he got any Archons with his army. And that would have helped so much, especially against something like Zealots.
He got a few, but like it wasn't a lot of them. Like, I think I've seen one, like, in his 3rd base, as it was getting stuck on the buildings.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes down to a lot of the DTs kind of being wasted as well. Like, in the counterattacks, in the harassments, like, if some of them were turned into those Archons, then I would go as far as to say I think Rhizer would have been able to hold. Just because of how reliant Galaxy was being with all of those Zealots. Like, Archons, they do well against them.
Also, something that I would want to see would be like if he split the DTs a bit, like between bases, and like do some harassment maybe. That could be helpful as well.
Maybe. I don't know
like
how much damage they
where like Galaxy had like no detection. It was just like, you know, destroying his main base. But anyway, never mind that. this is a new game, and anything can change. As in the top right corner, we have the purple Protoss player, representing the United States. We have Rhizer.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the American Protoss. He's green, he's representing Genesis Gaming. It is Galaxy.
Interesting. Rhizer actually decided to go for a low ground wall.
Yeah. Kind of risky, to be honest. But I would assume that because of how Game 1 played out and how passive Galaxy was throughout the majority of like the early game and even into the mid game, I guess he feels comfortable enough to open up like this and maybe get a faster Nexus.
Yeah, it did look pretty good. That said, Galaxy has something to say about that. That probe is gonna stay there.
I mean, it has to stay there. Like, he needs to pylon block this. Like, he can't let Rhizer get away with a faster natural. So we should see a pylon. It's also why Rhizer is forced to make a zealot, because he knows that there will be a pylon. So he does have to deal with it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rhizer gets a good look on the base of the opponent. And so far so standard, I would say. Oh, there's a proxy on the top of Galaxy's base, on the north.
There is, and what's important is that Rhizer left his probe there, so this is a prime location for something like a proxy Stargate.
Yep, precisely. Now, what is coming out of the Stargate?
I mean, it should be an Oracle. We'll see, especially because, okay, the probe does go back home. If the probe stuck around, then it's possible that we could see like void rays and like shield batteries and some kind of nonsense like that. But since the probe is going back home, then that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, looks like it. Although there is a second probe that's just chilling around the third base, but I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Ooh, and what's important is that Galaxy never went into the main base of Rhizer, so because of that, he doesn't know if like there was a pylon missing or the timings of the pylon, so he actually has no idea that a proxy is out there.
That's actually, do you think this is like part of the mind game, the low ground wall? So like, oh, you see all the tech in the low ground wall, you don't have to check the main, do you?
Yeah, it could definitely be a part of it. I would hope so. That sounds pretty cool. As we do see, the first Oracle is about to pop out, and like, what is there to defend? There's no shield battery in the main. There are 3 Stalkers, but they are at the natural, so damage will still be done.
Yeah, it would take them a while to get here, and yeah, as we see, the probes are starting to fall.
Yeah, in the end, he gets 3 probes, a lot of lost mining time, and does escape. Does take a bit of damage though.
Yeah. See, saves the Oracle, so pretty decent.
And
he's just waiting to come back.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be able to get plenty of scouting information with this. I'm a little bit disappointed that he only committed to 1 Oracle. I would have loved if he got a second one, just so he can, dive in with 2, get some more worker kills. Instead, he just committed to 1, and he's just backing off from that.
That sounds like this whole proxy target sounds like a big investment for just getting 3 probes, right?
Well, it's not just 3 probes. Like, it forces your opponent to be more defensive. Like, you get more consistent scouting instead of hallucinations, which you rely on. So, like, there is more value to it as long as you keep the Oracle alive.
True. And it's coming for another round. Stasis. Come on, do a stasis. It's in the middle. Look at all those probes. They have to go around the battery.
Oh god, Snakes is gonna finish this no pool!
Yes!
Oh no, Galaxy, please!
He got out Galaxy.
On top of that, the Adept actually made it into the main base as well. Oh, okay, he doesn't commit to the shade.
It's like, oh my god, I made it in! It's like panic shade. That Oracle is barely alive.
Yeah, Rhizer, he's been a little bit sloppy with it. It's taken a lot of damage. But
he's getting in again.
He is, and to be fair, like he's paid for it himself basically, like with the amount of damage he's done so far. And with this Rhizer, he expands. He takes another base.
Yeah, Galaxy is trying to expand as well, and Rhizer is well aware of that with that adept.
He's trying to focus down the probe. Up.
Got it. Nice.
Beautiful. Very nice. And as that happens, he dives in with the Oracle again. Another stasis. Looks like it's gonna finish.
Oh, is it gonna get it? Only 3 probes. Yeah, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. I just keep looking at that space where all the probes meet next to the shield battery. This is the best spot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. Like, he's trying to be really conservative with it because the Oracle's almost dead. Like, he can't dive all the way in like he would want to.
Yeah. And there are stalkers just chilling there, just in case. So he has to be very careful.
Definitely. And we do have the players once again going for the same compositions. Just like the last time, Rhizer does have a bit of a lead in terms of the Twilight Council upgrades and the Forge upgrades. But we saw that at the end of the day, does that really matter? Like, what matters is scouting. What matters is you being aware when your opponent moves out and when you need to stop probing and start making army.
Also a good positioning helps as well. That Oracle is really trying. But there's not much it can find anymore.
Yeah, he gets a revelation off, so he gets a little bit more vision in the main base, sees the Forge researching, sees a couple more gateways being turned down.
Always something, always something.
Yeah.
They just got a sentry. The Oracle dies though, but that was the butt of the laser beams.
Yeah, and honestly, it's pretty huge. Like, killing that sentry, it limits the amount of scouting that Galaxy can have with those hallucinations.
That said, has Galaxy actually scouted what's been happening recently?
Yeah, they've both been sending out hallucinations. They've been pretty on top of it. So far, there hasn't really been anything too important to scout. The big sign is, this time Rhizer. Oh no, never mind. I was about to say he's gonna be aggressive. He started a War Prism, then he cancelled it, and then started an Immortal.
We do have a Robo-Bay from Galaxy though, so this won't be exactly the same composition as last time.
He heard us last game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make it more interesting.
Last time I really wanted someone to go into Disruptors, and it looks like Galaxy will be going into that. What's important is he goes double Robo Disruptor production and everything gets scattered by the hallucination.
Oh yeah. Like the hallucinations just keep going around all the time.
And it's go time. We see Rhizer, finally, he's remaking that War Prism. He's committing to it this time, and he's pushing out across the map. He should be aware that, okay, he wants to go into Disruptors. Right now, he has none, and I have a small timing where I can hit him before he gets into that.
Yeah, like this Stalker Zealot army would be so squishy with Disruptors, but right now, this is the Rhize's moment.
It is, but he's on a timer. The first Disruptor is on the way. He does have an Immortal with this army, but only a single one, and the Warp Prism is still not here. It's still back at home. Rhizer, please.
Yeah, this army needs reinforcements. The Warp Prism is coming now, but the Disruptor is already here.
Yeah, the Disruptor's out. A second Disruptor's on the way.
Oh, he's trying to blink in?
Blinking in would be a mistake, because then he wastes the blink, and then he'll just lose Stalkers to the Disruptor.
Let's go. Let's see the splits.
Yeah, nice so far. The Disruptor shot misses everything, and with that, the Disruptor immediately goes down. The Immortals are trying to get on top of the army, but another Disruptor comes out.
He catches the Zealots.
He does catch the Zealots, but Rhizer catches the Disruptor as both Disruptors immediately went down. The Immortals are still alive, and they're dealing a decent amount of damage, but another Disruptor comes out.
And what is he gonna get? gets Stalkers, but it also falls. But this is enough for defense for Galaxy, I feel like.
Yeah, so far anyway. We do have a couple of reinforcements, but they're not fast enough. Galaxy is trying to get on top of the Immortal, but wasn't fast enough. The Immortal just barely stays alive, and he forces the drones to be pulled. Probes even.
Yeah, the reinforcement of chargers helped a lot as well. This Immortal is gonna fall to the probes.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. The Immortal does fall. Unfortunately, Rhizer neglected it a little bit. He still has a decent army, so maybe he can deal some damage. And, you know, 9 probes did end up going down, so he was able to accomplish something.
Yeah, in the end, like even if this attack doesn't kill Galaxy, he already has another base coming up.
Exactly. And with that, we do have a couple of Archons being morphed in, and this is too much now. Like, Galaxy just can't hold on.
G's called.
GG, and Rhizer ties up the series.
Yeah, look at that. We're not gonna have trios.
I'm glad. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And also, I want to mention that behind that, like, while this whole ground army attack was happening, Rhizer was making 2 more Stargates.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So he was going to switch out of this. So clearly, like, he wasn't, like, I don't want to say intending, but, like, he wasn't necessarily planning that this attack has to kill, like, Galaxy. Like, he had a huge backup plan behind that.
Oh yeah. As we saw, like, he had a 4th base on the way. He was teching up, like, he was ready to just continue on. But Galaxy, unfortunately, it also looked like his macro slipped up a little bit. We did see him warp in a couple of times, but not too many. We saw, like, every single time he got a disruptor out, it immediately died as well, which was a bit of a shame.
Yeah, the disruptors were the biggest thing. Like, they each, like, got a shot and, like, got instantly sniped. Like, they were just, like, coming in, like, you know, one after another.
So Galaxy slipping up with that disruptor control a little bit, and we'll see if that's the last we see of the disruptors from Galaxy, or or if he's gonna try and go into them.
Nope, not using that unit anymore. Look at that. Once again, we have the purple Protoss player, this time on Lightshade LE, and this time in the bottom right corner of the map. It's the purple Protoss player representing the United States. It's Rhizer.
Rhizer? And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the American Protoss. He is green. He is representing Genesis Gaming. It is Galaxy.
Is this the time when we ask the guy how to read his name and he's just gonna say whatever? I'm having some Yanji flashbacks.
Oh boy. And
yeah, no shenanigans so far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this game, I mean, for me, it kind of makes sense for Rhizer. You know, last game he went for the low ground expansion. This time he's going for the high ground expansion. Both players going for it.
Yeah. Back to the standard wars. Nobody going for a proxy Stargate. Like, I guess Rhizer, like, realized proxy Stargate was okay. Like, it did some damage, but, like, it could be better. So back to standard.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the proxy Stargate did well for itself, especially because of all the stasis wards. Like, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, okay, the stasis wards were nice.
Yeah. But I would, like, it's not something that you want to do, like, 2-3 games in a row, you know? Like, you wanna slip that into a best of series and then kind of make sure that you always keep your opponent on his toes. You don't want to become predictable.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna switch up the build even more?
I mean, we have been seeing some variety here. Like, even right now, we see kind of like a reversal of roles where Galaxy is the one opening up with the depths instead of Rhizer, who this time's opening up with Stalkers.
That he is. Oh, there's a Stargate. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I was like, no more of this proxy shenanigans. We're just going Stargate now.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting because the Stargate is at home. You know, it is here in the main base, so it isn't going to be proxied or anything like that, as you were saying. We'll see if he decides to go into Oracles or if he decides to go more Phoenix heavy.
No Void Rays? No barriers?
In a PvP, Void Rays? Going fast Void Ray feels... It's a bit odd. Maybe. Uh-oh.
Oh, big probe.
Okay, so what's important is that, okay, the probe died, he sees the 2 adepts, which is pretty normal, it's pretty standard. What's not standard is that we have 2 more adepts being hidden and 2 more on the way, so 6 adepts in total, so Galaxy is looking to be incredibly aggressive with this.
How interesting.
God, didn't get spotted.
They're chasing the stalkers, run!
Oh boy. I mean, adepts can bully stalkers if there are high enough numbers, but the rest of the stalkers of Rhizer do meet up with the army, and he needs to be so ready with a probe to make sure he blocks the ramp at his main.
Yeah, I mean, this adepts seem distracted with the pylon for now, so he has some time to prepare.
Very true, very true. Rhizer was able to buy a lot of time with that pylon. That was key here. And especially because Galaxy wants to go across the map with these adepts, but he can't because of how aggressive Rhizer is being with these stalkers.
Oh, this stalker's about to go down though.
Oh, well, where is it? Just barely survives. Meanwhile, yeah, he saves it. And at the same time, the Oracle dives into the main.
There is a shield battery though.
Wait, Stasis don't care about shield batteries.
It's only 1 probe though. This is fine.
Yeah.
The lost mining time is something, but there is fine.
Exactly, but so far he's able to keep the Oracle alive. It has full health, it should only take a bit of shield damage. And again, what's so important is that Galaxy's just been stuck at home. Like, he wanted to be across the map, he wanted to be dealing some damage, he wanted to be putting pressure on Rhizer, but just nothing has gone Galaxy's way.
Yeah, like the adepts are usually meant to be aggressive and they mostly just stay at home. There are 2 going around the map right now, but they're not gonna do much, they're just scouting.
Yeah, exactly. So Galaxy, like, he's forced to play this way. Like, he's not just gonna like YOLO his adepts like straight across the map because, again, his hand has already been shown by Rhizer, and Rhizer is a good enough player to, you know, respond to that.
The probe is ready.
Yeah, exactly. The probe is ready. 2 adepts are gonna try and get into the main, but they do not. Ooh, they can commit to the natural though.
But they can, but there is a shield battery and a bunch of stalkers as well, so they actually get 2 probes. Not bad, but still.
And now this time, and this time we have 2 oracles diving into the natural. This is enough to start one-shotting probes. Doesn't matter if there's a shield battery. Oh, the sentries!
Okay, the Oracle survives, and 1 sentry down, a few probes, 5. Pretty good damage.
Yeah, it just feels like just blow after blow. Like Rhizer's just been poking away, chipping away at Galaxy, and Galaxy hasn't been able to do too much, but he's had enough. You know, it's one of those things where, like, if you anger the bull, right, you get the horns, and that's exactly what Galaxy's doing. He's going across the map with his Immortals. The War Prism just finished up as well. It's going to be joining up with the army, and he's going to try and end Rhizer.
Yeah, Rhizer is just making a bunch of shield batteries. That's the best he can do right now.
He needs them. He needs them desperately. It's so good because of these oracles. He knows that this is coming across the map. He's even harassed, continuing to harass with those oracles across the map. Oh god,
I mean, it's always distraction.
Oh god. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a pause there, but you know, thankfully there's no more lag. And Rhizer just needs to buy enough time for the shield batteries to finish up.
Yeah, he needs to snuggle to those batteries. But there's a lot of force fields going on. He's trying to split the army. Oh, he's actually blinking to the War Prism, and he gets it.
Ooh, the War Prism goes down. That means no more micro, no more reinforcements for Galaxy. This is all that Galaxy has, and he's trying to end it. He focuses down the shield battery with overcharge.
Yeah, the Immortals are going down 1 by 1, but there's just a few Stalkers left, and I don't think it's enough.
Unfortunately, like, Rhizer needs to pull boys. He needs to pull boys to keep his Stalkers alive. He's being really greedy right now, but can he get away with it? He's just barely trying to warp in Stalkers, and it looks like he has enough.
Oh, just made it. Nice. That was close. Shit.
Wow. GG Rhizer. All he had to do was hold there to win the game, and just barely he was able to do so. Really nice moves there for especially sniping that War Prism.
Yeah, like that was actually brave, because like I feel like he risked like a lot of lives of those stalkers. Like they just blinked right into an immortal as well. But he did snipe that War Priest, so it actually was worth it. So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where, like, that War Prism it's worth it. Like, there's so much potential with a War Prism, just reinforcing the army as well as microing with the Immortals, like, as if Immortals have Blink and keeping them alive. So, Rhizer, he knew how important it was. He was able to focus it down, and now he's one game away from winning and advancing on into Code S.
Yeah, that would be. Okay. Not counting walkovers. How many players did we actually have advancing to Code A's over their opponents? Like who were from Code A?
I think we had a couple in the previous week. We had one in the previous week, and he was a favorite. We were cheering for him. Ruichi.
Yeah, Ruichi was one. It was the only one, actually.
He was.
It was Pili who was from Code S. It was Dolan who was from Code S. And it was Kozan, but that was a walkover, so we don't count that. But yeah, Ruichi. Ruichi got to Code S.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
You go.
I mean,
Rhizer could be the next one.
Yeah. Like, Ruichi was the player who Melty and I were talking about as we were casting him in Code A. Like, this is a player who should be in Code S. Like, it's crazy that he's in Code A, and he's deserving of more than that. And we saw it, you know, as he was able to win his up and down match. And Rhizer could potentially be the next one.
Yeah, looks like it so far. He's getting some good moves. Some bold ones, some careful ones. Like it looks a bit ridiculous when he started planting all these shred batteries, but apparently it was just the right number.
Yeah, that it was. Also, welcome Vortex. I see you in the chat, and Neo Shaggy as well. Got plenty of Latin Americans showing up.
Yeah.
Do not forget to Funada the Stan.
Do not forget to Funada the Stan, exactly. Also, the Stan and the Protoss, you should be commenting on the PvP. Just saying. So we are now on the map. That is the map, Romanticide LE. And I want to say I find it very interesting that we always start on the same player. Right? It's very interesting. But anyways, we have the purple Protoss player representing the United States and himself. It's Rhizer.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the American Protoss. He is green, representing Genesis Gaming. It is Galaxy. Does he have the brain?
Yeah, let's give it a brain. Or is he gonna get out brained?
Exactly. Is Rhizer going to take his Galaxy brain for himself?
I'm really like trying to find that pan. I'm using like a fishnet to find that pan. It's just not there.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So, as we get into this series, honestly, I'm surprised that no one went for a proxy. Like, Romanticide is a pretty standard map, to be fair. Like, we see plenty of macro games, but at the same time, it's also quite large and there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, there are quite a few like very interesting spots on Romanticide to proxy, but we've seen so far that these players generally prefer the standard play. Like even when it is a proxy, it's not like an extreme like dedicated one. It's just like the harassment proxy, I would call it.
Yeah. As you said, nothing too dedicated. so far from what we've seen from these two players. So we'll see, because again, the pressure is on Galaxy. Galaxy can't slip up anymore. Like, Galaxy, one more loss and that's it for him. He's done.
Nice pylon right there. Very nice placement.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I guess once again we're gonna see where the builds differ.
Yeah.
Rhizer's Nexus is a little bit faster, but so far it's fairly similar. Rhizer actually gets a shield battery.
He does. I mean, they both do. Obviously,
Yeah,
for Galaxy,
but the Rhizer shield battery is in natural.
Yeah, as Galaxy's is in his main. And I do like this from Galaxy. Like, it does feel like he's been humbled a little bit. Like in the previous game, he was being ultra aggressive. This time he's playing a lot more safe. And I feel like, again, he kind of needs to, because, you know, he's on match point.
Yeah. Both players going for Twilight Council. No Stargates this game. Or at least not yet.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And I feel like I guess Galaxy won with the mind game, because again, like, Rhizer throwing down that shield battery shows that he was a little bit scared of what Galaxy could be doing. And then he scouted and he sees that there was nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
So everything's pretty normal. And I think for the very first time this series, we have Galaxy who's going to be ahead in upgrades.
Yeah, that is true. He's already making his forge when Rhizer is just focusing on other things currently. Mostly just yeah, but both players are just macroing up. They're just building up their armies, just getting prepared. No fancy moves, no sneaky DTs. just straight up macro.
Yeah, so far anyway. As we do see Rhizer being a little bit cheeky, he does throw down a pylon in the middle of the map. So something important to note, like, Galaxy is ahead in that upgrade, and that's something that we haven't seen before, and this could be a little bit indicative as to why. It could be as to Rhizer wants to be a little bit more aggressive, and doesn't really intend to utilize those upgrades anywhere near as much. Yep, as we do see a proxy gateway being thrown down to reinforce his army.
Yeah, he made quite a few gates at home as well, so he's clearly waiting to just warp in more of those units. And we'll see how Galaxy will be prepared for that, and if at all.
I'm really curious to see if this third base is a fake, or if it's like to like, you know, make sure that Rhizer isn't all in and he can still macro out of this. Because again, like, the third base like should fill like Galaxy with like a sense of safetyness. Like, oh, okay, like, he's just macroing up. Like, everything is still pretty normal. But we do see, there we go. Units are starting to be warped in across the map.
Yeah, he actually managed to walk all these stackers and sentries to the other side of the map without being spotted by Galaxy, as far as I've seen.
He dodged the I almost said shield batteries. He dodged the hallucinations. And this is scary because, like, sure, Galaxy has, like, the upgrades, but, like, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have the numbers. Like, he didn't see this attack coming until it's here outside his base.
Yeah, and his army is not ready. The shield batteries are not ready, and the third Nexus is being hit.
Yeah, it's actually being focused down. Pretty interesting decision here by Rhizer. Like, that is his priority, and the Nexus will go down, and then he can start focusing on the army.
Yeah, I mean, this was not enough to, like, stop him from doing so, but he could have just attacked and, like, pushed for the natural, I guess.
He could have. I think that was a bit of a mistake there from Rhizer. He could have kept going, killed the shield batteries, and gone toe to toe with the stalkers. Like, he had a massive, like, 10+ supply advantage, but instead I guess he just feels content with the base and backs off.
Which I guess further confirms that this Nexus was actually for continuation of this game.
Yeah, it also shows that Rhizer is still. It feels almost as if, like, he doesn't want to make a mistake. He's playing very safe. He's like, oh, okay, I got the Nexus. I'm leaving. Bye. Like, I'm done.
We're not risking anymore.
Yeah. Which I think is a bit to his detriment, because more damage could have been done and he would have been even more ahead. But again, like, it's that risk reward sort of thing. And as a result, like, he can be punished for stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, like the upgrades are actually the upgrades are like Galaxy is ahead the whole upgrade currently. He's working on charge as well. So if he happens to attack at the right moment, this may actually become very difficult for Rhizer.
Yeah, definitely. Like, in more ways than one. Like, Galaxy, he doesn't just have the upgrade lead, he also has Immortals as well in his army. So, like, his army hits that much harder as well. Whereas Rhizer is very focused on a gateway heavy composition. Rhizer should have the larger army because he has the superior economy. But, like, again, Galaxy does still have things going for him.
I was gonna say, Galaxy is already working on his Archons when Rhizer has not worked in it. Temptars, yeah, there you go. They are the first Archons.
Yeah. He is working on them, and he is also expanding and taking his fourth. Like, again, with that economic advantage, he is spending his money well.
I like that. I like that, by the way, where Galaxy moved out and then he scouted Rhizer. He's like, nope, never mind.
Yeah. I mean, he should be moving out pretty soon because once again we have that War Prism on the way, and that's the thing that's like most indicative of like an attack. You typically don't waste resources on a War Prism unless you want to use it and be active. As we do see even more Archons being morphed in. Galaxy is taking a base, but it's pretty exposed, so that's a prime target for Rhizer.
If he dares to move out, because both of these players play very, very careful. They don't want to be caught like out of position.
It could also be a thing where, again, Rhizer is aware of his upgrade disadvantage, and maybe he's willing to just stay defensive until he catches up and closes that like window, and then he will have the clear advantage with upgrades and the better like economy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm just watching them move the armies back and forth. Like, maybe I should not move out. I should not move out. But at the same time, there's a War Priest on the other side of the map.
There is, and we do see a couple of zealots. I do like that he warped in 8. He has 4 to go into the main base, and he has 4 to go into the third base. Oh yeah, there are stalkers ready and waiting. Oh god.
War Priest dies. 3 zealots go out.
Yeah, that it does. At the same time, Galaxy is moving into the center of the map with his main army. He does get spotted by a pylon, and Rhizer does reposition.
Yeah, that was a very well placed spotter pylon. Notified him just in time so he can reposition his army, and now he's on the top of the ram, and he should defend this.
Yeah, that he does. He has to kind of maneuver his army a little bit, make sure the Zealots and the Archons are a little bit more in front of the Stalkers so they don't like body block each other. But his army is looking quite, like Rhizer's army is looking pretty solid here.
He's even going for a dark shine behind this.
Yeah, Galaxy, like his army, he has higher supply, but he's relying a lot on these Zealots. Oh, he gets up the ramp.
The War Priest is splined as well, but this is the home base of Rhizer, so he should be able to warp in anyway.
Yeah, that it is. But and what's important is that body blocking we were talking about. Finally, the Archons got on top of the army. It looks like Rhizer does snipe the War Prism.
And actually, he's getting quite a good flank now that everything is able to fight. But there's still quite a bit of units, and he's slowly losing his ground. But there is a reinforcement. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, honestly, that was closer than it should have been. I don't know if you saw, but like these 3 Archons that are alive, they in that entire fight they shot like twice. Like they were stuck in the back the entire time. They needed to be on the front line against the Zealots of Galaxy, but they just couldn't get past anyone. They were too thick. But thankfully, because of those reinforcements, we do see Rhizer is counterattacking. He was able to take out that Immortal.
In the meantime, Galaxy just takes another base. It's like, whatever.
Oh boy, but we'll see if he can hold on to it. Rhizer is looking to counterattack with this pack of Zealots, and this time there isn't that much here to defend. Never mind, there's a shield battery and there's a cannon. Overcharge is available. The Zealots do get spotted, so Galaxy is gonna shift his army over.
That is true. Yeah, he's splitting a bit of army, just in case. He's actually not moving the whole army there, which is very good.
Yeah, he's aware of those Zealots who should be there, ready and waiting. I love this though. Rhizer, he still has the lead in terms of tech, and we do see he's already switching into. He has double robo production with disruptors.
He has so many disruptors. It's just making more.
Exactly. In Galaxy, he's still only got his robotic spray on the way. Like he has 0 disruptors right now.
Yeah, and actually, like these 2 Archons are chilling at the 4th base, and this main army is mostly just Stalkers and Zealots, which die to disruptors so easily.
Yeah, he's looking to try and catch up, and I like this. He has 2 robos on the way, so he's gonna have triple disruptor production. But he just needs time to get that in. He needs a little bit of time to really get that to kick in.
Well, there's only 1 cannon here, so Rhizer is very careful. Not gonna walk into that.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to fight.
So juicy. Just disruptor it. Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
God, a massive chunk of Zealots already going down. Like Rhizer, he just has to chip away at this, like pushing up a ramp into shield batteries with overcharge. Like it just isn't gonna go your way.
There's also an army of Starkers waiting to sandwich his army, so he has to be careful.
Oh boy, and he tries to push in. We do have a couple of shots going up, but they miss.
Yeah, they just managed to zone the army out, but he's trying to collapse on the Rhizer right now.
Oh god, that he is. He's sending out the disruptor shots, and they do connect.
Yeah.
Oh god, but was it enough?
As well.
Oh my god, and the Zealots are breaking through. The disruptor shot of Galaxy kills like 4 disruptors of Rhizer, and Rhizer's army just collapses.
What just happened? Rhizer was winning.
Yeah, and then Galaxy killed like every single disruptor of Rhizer, and now Rhizer is on the back foot. He has no shield batteries at this base, only cannons, so the base is gonna go down. And with there is a single DT. Oh, there's like 3 DTs, which is nice. Is it enough to hold on there? He's gonna lose the base.
He's gonna lose the base. He's losing 15 probes, if not more, and the Zealots are still here.
Yeah, oh my god, actually he doesn't lose. The DTs were just barely enough to hold on, but does that matter?
Galaxy's thinking about it.
Yeah, as finally Galaxy, he does have detection, so now he can continue on. The problem is, I don't know if Rhizer is going to have enough to defend. Like, these disruptor shots are everything in terms of the defense.
There's a lot of defensive DTs that can try and deal with the Zealots, so at least his base should be saved.
Yeah, thankfully Galaxy, he stays at home with his main army. He's only like sending Zealots out here and there. So again, Rhizer is still in this, but I don't know. He's just in a really rough position right now.
I just want to say that his position is now DT Disruptor with some Stalkers. That's it. It's nothing else. That's what you get.
Yeah. He's down in workers. He's down in. Yeah, the DTs get caught. They're all going to go down. Forces a recall.
That's not what you want to do with your DTs, and he has to be prepared for another attack.
Yeah, he's in a really rough position where, like, in a head-on engagement, the DTs are better being turned into Archons, but at the same time, like, he wants to keep Galaxy at home. He wants to deal as much harassing damage and buy himself as much time as he can, and he's trying to do so. Like, he has Blink on his DTs.
Yeah, Galaxy doesn't seem to care though. He snipes this base in the south, and there's another army on the north. There's a lot of Zealots.
Yeah, the DTs are being really indecisive. It would have been like, there's no detection at the 4th base. Now there is, but like a minute ago there wasn't. Like, it was a prime target for those DTs, but Rhizer didn't go for it. He's just, yeah.
The Rhizer was going well, but now it's getting tough for him.
Yeah.
This is still a lot of disruptors though. Look at them go.
There are a lot of disruptors. I love this. The DTs are actually focusing on the robos, so one robo does go down. He's gonna try and get a second. He blinks and dodges the disruptor shot.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. What's the cooldown? No, it's still too long. Oh, but he backs off. Oh, can he blink down?
I don't know. Yeah,
he blinks down.
Right into cannons.
Right into cannons.
Get some damage, maybe.
Yeah. One survives, and the cannon isn't in range of this mineral line, so damage will be done. At the same time, Zealots are going to deny the 6th base of Rhizer. But, like, that was huge. Like, it was so smart for those DTs to go for the robos.
Galaxy, I saw that. That's what I have to say. Okay.
Unfortunately, Rhizer doesn't have a lot of vision out on the map, so because of that, he doesn't see the main army of Galaxy hitting his base to the south. Now he's aware, oh no, if he moves everything to defend, then the Zealots are going to take out the forward base.
Exactly, like Galaxy is just pulling Rhizer apart. He's attacking from both sides with quite huge armies. You can't defend everything.
Yeah, feels bad, man. Rhizer's main army is looking pretty good, but he just can't fight, and as a result, he loses 23 probes. Oh god, he is able to hold on to the Nexus, but he's just losing so much.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually a little disappointed that Galaxy wasn't like rotating these armies faster. Like as the Zealots the Zealots are getting trapped. They're actually.
Ooh. That's a pretty nice pick off by Rhizer. At the same time, Galaxy is trying to push into the base, but the disruptors are ready. Beautiful shots. Every single disruptor of Galaxy goes down, and now that gives enough time for Rhizer's main army to come defend, and with that, Rhizer takes the supply lead.
That was some great shots. It was a bit of a panic shot because like the army just walked onto the disruptors, but like they just covered the whole thing.
It was great. It was some rapid fire disruptor shots, and what's important is that he did that and he kept the majority of his disruptors alive. Like that was beautifully done by Rhizer, and then suddenly like he has the lead and he can end the game. Oh god, no, the disruptors.
They're getting stuck on the Zealots.
No, oh god.
Oh, they fall to the disruptor novas, but there are quite a few stalkers, and the Galaxy's army is not that big actually.
He just has to be careful. No, he misses it. He does take a massive disruptor shot, and just like that, Galaxy is able to defend. We'll see. There's still one disruptor remaining for Rhizer. He just needs one juicy connection, and maybe pounce on top. Oh god, there are more coming.
Oh, it gets sniped, but there are more. Okay, that was a good hit, but the disruptors are going down. Oh, another aggressive bait.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he needed to do. He takes out all the disruptors, but another one comes out. These disruptors are so crucial for Galaxy. They're barely keeping him in this.
Like, both of them have to be on top of their micro with all the disruptor novas going around.
That they do. I think it was a misclick, but there's also a Colossus in here for some reason.
She's supposed to be there.
Oh god, they both lose their disruptors. Blinkstalker versus Blinkstalker. There is that one Colossus, but how long is it really going to survive here? And even though Rhizer was in such a bad position earlier on for a pretty long time, he's suddenly just fighting so well. Dodges the disruptor shot.
At the DTs though, there's no detection.
There's the section right there. He's able to deal with the DTs. One more disruptor, but it immediately gets blinked on. And the War Prism just walks in. Okay. It's Rhizer's War Prism. Jesus.
Yeah, he's just reinforcing stalkers. And this is what I was saying. Like, the Rhizer's army is actually bigger right now. And Galaxy is trying to reinforce, but he just doesn't have enough.
This is GG if the robos go down. That means 0 disruptors for Galaxy. The disruptors were what was keeping Galaxy in the game, and without them, I don't know what he does here. As there is detection, the DT goes down. Oh, true, it does.
The War Prism did go down, so there are no more reinforcements, but still, this is quite a good army, and Galaxy is trickling in, but I still don't think he can take it.
It's one of those things where you're like, hey, the War Prism died, so no more reinforcements. But okay, well, I'm just going to depower all your production so you can't warp in. What's important is that, I don't know if you noticed, but Galaxy actually sniped the Observer of Rhizer, so no more detection here with his army.
Oh, but here, Rhizer's DTs as well.
Oh, but Galaxy has... But Galaxy actually has detection, Rhizer doesn't.
Rhizer did have detection for a few seconds.
And with that, Rhizer, he was able to deal a lot of damage. He wasn't really able to deal much economic damage. Finally, he's going to try and hit this northern base, but a recall gets used.
Yeah, he has to rotate his army. Well, those are just DTs.
Yeah, and this is still dangerous because Galaxy has the economic advantage. Like, he has more workers, he has more bases, he's been mining more as well. Rhizer was trying to go for the kill move by going deep into the base, into the main of Galaxy, but he wasn't able to end it.
Yeah, I just didn't have enough. And all these fresh bases of Galaxy, I mean, they're not fresh anymore, but all the edge bases of Galaxy are well defended with all the cannons in them.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. Like, Rhizer, he had the option. He could have killed, like, he could have gone for the bases instead, but he decided to go into the main, and because of that, he got his disruptor, sorry, his observers killed, and that allowed Galaxy to defend. And we'll see if he can keep going. Like, he still has a larger army, and he now he does have detection.
He does. He has to be very careful about his positioning and the kiting, because this is a lot of zealots. But he should be able to take this.
Yeah, the important thing is that he has to keep his observers alive. Every single time they fight, Galaxy tries to focus them down because he knows that if they're dead, then he can warp in DTs and hold.
Yeah. There are 2 in the army, so potentially they can survive, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we shall see. Rhizer.
Yep, getting ready.
It's like he's trying to trade as best he can. He does have the higher Stalker count, as you said. Like, his micro has to be on point. He has to make sure he doesn't trade too unfavorably against the Zealots.
He's just sniping Zealots one by one, just making the numbers fall.
Yeah, and Rhizer's on a little bit of a timer because Galaxy is remaking those robos. Like, he wants to get back into that disruptor production.
Oh, he just blinks in.
Yeah, he blinks in. He takes out a pylon, but you know what? Enough time has passed where Galaxy is starting to close the gap in terms of supply.
Yeah, exactly. They're looking scary for Rhizer, but maybe he can do it.
I mean,
so close.
Yeah, he loses if he fights when the army has the defender's advantage. When he fights the army plus shield battery and cannon, it's like he can't do it.
Yeah, I feel like the other position was much easier to fight, like outside of the range. But now he has to defend his own base.
And unlike Galaxy, he doesn't have any stack defense here, so his Nexus can be focused down. Where's the detection? No.
I think he left it. Yeah, it's not here.
Yeah, and with that, the Nexus goes down.
All the pros are gonna fall as well. Most of them, anyway.
Oh boy, okay, finally.
Now the observer shows up, but it's kind of late to the party.
Yeah, especially because I wouldn't be surprised if Galaxy focuses it down, he actually focuses down the Disruptor instead. Both Disruptors. Oh,
that was a good shot. Yeah, like here Galaxy miscalculated. He wanted to snipe the Disruptor, but the shot still went off.
Oh god, he's trying to get the Observer, and Rhizer gets the Observer of Galaxy. Galaxy can't snipe the detection of Rhizer, and Rhizer just barely holds on, but he lost the base.
Yeah, he's trying another attack, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, like he does have Disruptors.
Yeah, and Galaxy's army is small for now, but he's gonna quickly like reinforce this.
Yeah, and the problem is that, like, we were talking about it before, and it's so important. Like, there's just so much stack defense everywhere. Like, it's so difficult for Rhizer to find an angle of attack. Oh my god, the Warp Prism there! There's a Disruptor in there!
Decent shot, but the Disruptor goes down, and the Warp is still in danger. But Rhizer has a slightly bigger army, and can he take it before the reinforcements arrive?
I mean, he has no detection. DTs get warped in, they push him back. Every single time.
Once again.
Yeah. Warp Prism just
survives.
Just barely for now. Like, Rhizer, he's gonna be feeling so annoyed about the DTs. Like, every single time they fight, Galaxy kills the detection and then warps in DTs.
Like, observers are really the thing about this game. Like, they have to pick when they want to make disruptors, when they want to make observers. Like, most of the time it's just observer production.
Oh my god, and already the observer of Rhizer walked into cannon range, so it already, like, damage is already dealt to it.
No, Rhizer, please.
You
know they're there. Don't go there. Also that Galaxy just takes a base in the corner.
He does. He does. Rhizer sees it. Rhizer has to do something about these bases. Like, Galaxy just has so much money to... Like, look at his massive gas count. It's crazy.
Oh, God. He's banking over 2K. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Meanwhile, Rhizer is able to deny the base, thankfully. He actually has a Zealot in the bottom left-hand base as well, just in case Galaxy decides to expand there. It looks like the armies are going to be missing each other a little bit. Rhizer's trying to find an angle, trying to find some damage.
The disruptors are walking right into Galaxy's army.
No, that's 3 disruptors! Oh, God!
And none of them gets a shot off.
Oh, that's a massive mistake from Rhizer. 3 disruptors go down for free. That was his ace in the hole. Those 3 disruptors, there was so much potential there, and it's just going down the drain.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Like he was trying to reinforce his army in the north, but like the army of Galaxy just cut him off.
Yeah. Well, Rhizer, he didn't know where the army was. He didn't realize that was going to happen, so... He now has 3 disruptors of his own. The problem is that this could have been 6. He could have had 6 disruptors, and with that, he would have been favored in this fight.
Yeah, now this is looking dangerous, but can Rhizer hold it?
Oh, God, he's about to get
The
surrounded.
2 armies are looking to sandwich.
There we go. The disruptor shots do go off, and they go off on Archons. They kill 2 Archons.
I think Rhizer just has enough, maybe?
Yeah, just barely, it looks like. But a couple of Stalkers do get warped in for Rhizer just in time, and he is just barely able to keep his Disruptor alive.
Galaxy is just long distance mining from this base. Okay, that's fine. This is fine.
Oh, God.
I was just surprised because I saw all these probes leave the base at the same time. Look at them go.
And this is dangerous because Rhizer is mining out. He only has 1 mining base, and that's the one that's under threat. Everything else, he's barely got anything going. Like, it could even be worth long distance mining from the bottom left. Like, Galaxy's even mining from that base.
Oh, he's killing all the probes of Galaxy now, though.
Nice. And we do have a couple of disruptor shots going off. Ooh, they don't land, though. There's 1 left.
Oh,
nice.
It kills 2 Archons.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, Rhizer, he's bringing, like, this game has been so close. it's so scrappy. They both, like, neither player has gone, like, above 150 supply in the past 10 minutes. Oh, God, the disruptors are so exposed from Rhizer. Oh, my God. No.
That was very brave, but I don't think it was worth it, but... Yes. He actually has enough, I think.
Oh, God.
Maybe?
Does he? He is trading back. Look, there's a fine line between, like, bravery and, like, stupidity, right? There's, like... Good. That's how the saying goes with courage. And we'll see if it's worth it. Patience. He rides that line every day of his life.
He does ride the line. With varying effects.
He does. And this time, he's got... Oh, God, they're sniping each other's observers. There is a single DT, but GG gets called!
GG! Rhizer gets it. He did it.
Oh my God, he does it just barely. GG, well played. That was such a close game, so back and forth.
Yeah.
There was
a lot of snipes going on, a lot of disruptors dying to enemy armies. Yeah. Good game.
Good game. GG, well played. With that, Rhizer moves on, advances over as the Code A player advances over the Code S player, goes on, gets promoted to NA Apprentice Code S.
There you go. So congrats to Rhizer.
GG. Rhizer, he played so well. I mean, like, he played well in the previous games. That game was so close. Like, there were so many times where he had, like, a big advantage, and then, like, he would lose his disruptors, or he wouldn't have detection. The DTs would deal a lot of damage. Like, I
just want to say it all comes down to the fact that on the very beginning he had advantage, and that he decided not to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, it all came to bite him in the end.
It did. He
did curl back, so...
It was really close. It was really close. GG, well played. Rhizer, well deserved. He does take down Galaxy. Galaxy, to be fair, he fought well as well. It did feel like, especially in that last game, Galaxy, it felt like he was making less mistakes. Like he was like, he knew like his win condition. He was always on top of sniping observers. He was always on top of sniping war prisms.
The observer snipes were on point. Like every time Rhizer tried to engage into Galaxy, his observer was just gone. That was the first thing that was going down.
Exactly. Like he was focusing down the disruptors incredibly well as well. Just very, very scrappy game there, and
yeah, I would say that this was a pretty that was a very close series. Like they both seem like on a quite good macro Protoss level.
Definitely.
Like very similar styles and very similar levels as well, I feel like.
I'm definitely looking forward to see how Rhizer does in Code S and how Galaxy does in Code A. Again, like they looked really solid here, and we're going to see plenty of them this season in NA Apprentice. Regardless of what league they're in, I'm sure they're going to do well.
Also, the people who bet that there will be no cannon rush has won.
That's true. That's true. It's unfortunate. We got a PvP, but no cannons. Turkey Dano out there, he's very upset with these guys.
Yeah, he's very upset right now.
Oh god. And before we go on, of course, everyone, don't forget !_ Funara Dastan in the chat. God damn it.
Don't forget Funara at Dastan SC2.
Oh god. And why don't you tell the people, who are you, by the way? You know, there are probably people here who have never even heard you cast.
Who am I? I'm Kuro. I'm #NotTheCaster. I'm generally an observer, but most of the time I'm just doing production things, doing overlays, doing social media and all that kind of thing. Mostly behind the scenes. Yes, what is Kuro and why is Kuro? Exactly this time. But yeah, I decided to cast today because we had to help Melty as he's not feeling too well. So send your love to Melty. And yeah, you can follow me at 16squads on Twitter and 16squadsanseki on Twitch, where I stream with Light. Final fantasy. Don't worry about it. Just follow CranKy Ducklings. That's good enough. Follow CranKy Ducklings. What about you, Light?
Yes, you can follow me as well at @light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream occasionally throughout the week, some ladder sessions. I'm slowly trying to get back into Masters this season. It's been difficult. My ZVP win rate is 30%. It's not it's not looking good. But you know, I'm working on it, and yeah, as Kuro said, more importantly, you can follow us on CranKy Ducklings on all the social medias, as you can see on the screen right now. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have a Discord server, and we also have a YouTube channel where we upload all of our VODs. So if you miss out on some of the broadcasts and you want to tune into them, then check out our YouTube channel. All our VODs are posted there, split up by matchup. And yeah, we will be back tomorrow with Masters 1 Open, and you're going to be there as well, right?
Yeah, I will be doing production for that, and maybe casting potentially, ? I mean, crew, please, you know?
Exactly.
Got any grapes?
You can spend your channel points to get Kuro to cast whenever she's not whenever she's not casting there by default. So yes, we'll be live in 1 day and 8 hours with Master Swan Open. That is our bi-weekly Bronze to Masters tournament that we do run, Bronze to 4.9k MMR specifically. So yeah, you can tune into that. It is more amateur StarCraft, you know, so there aren't GMs there competing and stuff, but it's still a lot of fun, and our casts can get pretty silly.
Also, if any NA players are listening right now, because this is NA Apprentice, Battle of the Americas on the weekend. Just saying.
Yes. Battle of the Americas is on the weekend. It is Sunday at 8 a.m. KST, which is Saturday in the land of North America in the evening. And yeah, we've got plenty of tournaments if you're interested, if you enjoyed our cast. We have Battle of the Americas, we have Sentimiento Latino, we have NA Apprentice, we have ESL Open Cups, Asia and Americas. We have plenty of broadcasts here on this channel, so consider following if you enjoyed us. Consider tuning in again. Yeah, unfortunately it was a bit of a shorter broadcast today because of all the walkovers, but we had a lot of fun. And I do also want to, before I forget, I do also want to say exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. There is a Matcherino page for NA Apprentice. You can help support the tournament by using code 2021 Apprentice 3, and you can add 50 cents, not $1, 50 cents for free to the event. As NA Apprentice Season 2 is just starting up, this is basically like the quote-unquote qualifier for NA Apprentice Season 2. As you know,
it's sort of like a prologue to Season 2.
Yeah. This is where we finalize who's going to be there. And yeah,
there will be a qualifier. If you are not playing in NA Apprentice, but you are eligible and you want to play in NA Apprentice, there will be a qualifier for Code A soon.
Yes, there will. I believe next week are the qualifiers, and then the week after will be the main event. We'll be getting straight into Season 2. And here on this channel, we're going to be casting NA Apprentice Code S, not Code A. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see more of Rhizer. Who knows?
We will see more of Rhizer, 100%. Oh, God. But with that, Kuro, do you have anything else you want to add?
Funara.
Beautiful. Again, it was a bit of a shorter broadcast, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate the support we've been given, and we will be back tomorrow. Ciao.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.